Welcome to all of our new team members. The Sprinkle Divas added 24 new team members on, what day was that? Friday, the 25th. The days all blend together. I don't even know what day it is. So I thought it might be a good idea to come on here and share some information with everyone so that they could have the best possible start. Knowledge is power, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to introduce myself because I know there's several people who do not know me. My name is Melina Dixon. You'll see me posting in our group a lot because I like to share information. But I joined Pink Zebra December 22nd, 2012. I have over 12 years of direct sales experience now. I was with Mary Kay for about 8 years and just kind of got to a place in my life where I just wasn't enjoying being a direct seller. I wasn't really having any fun. And for me, I work a full-time job, so I do this part-time. This has to be fun because the minute it feels like work, then there's a problem. So I wasn't having any fun. It definitely felt like work. So I decided to end my direct sales career, and I thought I would never sell anything ever again. But after about 6 months, it was only 6 months, I started to feel kind of, I guess lonely is kind of the right word. I missed having customers to check in with. I missed my team, and I missed, the camaraderie that you get from being a direct seller. And around that time, I had agreed to host a Pink Zebra party for a friend of mine, still with no intention of joining the company. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just knew something was missing. And I had a party. The night she came to my house and set everything up, I started asking questions, and I decided that evening that I definitely wanted to join the company. When I joined Pink Zebra, we had less than 5,000 consultants. We had a different back office system than we have now, so I've been able to see a lot of changes over the last 4 years, which has been great. There's definitely been a lot of improvements. When I joined, we had one simmering light liner, and it was white. And now we have an array of colors. We did not have the soaks line. We did not have Paisley's Pick, which is one new scent each month that's introduced. So I've seen a lot of changes. I, like I said, do this part-time. So, I'm not 40 hours devoted to this business, and that's perfectly fine. So just know that now, if that's not what you want to do, then you don't have to do that. You do not have to work this business like a full-time job, but you can work this business smart with the time you do have, and you can still see results. So as of Friday the 25th, our team broke 100 team members, which is a really exciting goal. It's something that I've been thinking about all year long, and we hit it sooner than I thought we would. I thought it would happen in December. So I'm really excited with that. We have so many people on our team that over the next 30, 60, 90 days are going to be promoting to the next level in their business. So that's really exciting. So just a lot of good stuff in store for our team. So like I did tell you guys, I have a full-time job. I work Monday through Friday at a bank in Charlotte, North Carolina. You may see me occasionally posting on our Facebook group, but for the most part, business hours are off limits for me working my business. I try to be available between 12 and 1 Monday through Friday during like my lunch break if you guys have questions. I also try to reserve like 7 to 8:30 in the evening to be available. Obviously you can message me anytime, and if I'm free I'll respond, or if you ask a question in the group that I need to answer, then I'll respond as soon as I can, but during 12 to 1 and 7 to 8:30, that's the best time you can get me. And then on Saturdays, I try to keep 9 to 12 as my office hours, and then on Sundays 2 to 5. So I'm available to you guys 7 days a week, whether I have something going on in my business or not. Okay, so what I wanted to share with our new team members is some really, really valuable information for you guys. The first thing is get to know ZebraNet. ZebraNet is our back office. There's a ton of information in there. Specifically, where I want you guys to hang out is the first 90 days menu. So when you log in, that should be one of the items that you see at the top. There's menu options at the top. First 90 days is one where you definitely want to hang out the most, because that's where the bulk of the information that you really need as far as getting started is going to be. There's a document which I'm going to go over tonight called Before My Kit Arrives. There is a new consultant guide PDF. You know, save that to your computer or print it out and put it in a binder, whatever you need to do, but there's a ton of good information in there. We're going to talk a little bit about our Quick Start program and then even your 90-day plan. So what I want to share with you guys, in addition to the first 90 days, there is also a under training. I may have made that up. Hold please. Okay, I'm sorry. Under the resources tab, there is a link you can click on that says product. There is a product frequently asked questions. There's a ton of good resources in there. Print that out or save it. That way you have it. But you know, you want to become as familiar with these products as possible, because like, you know, knowledge is power and it gives you confidence, and you want to be able to talk about our products confidently. All right, the other thing I want to make sure you're aware of under that product link is our out of stock report. So that's super important. You don't want to be surprised, you know, thinking that you can sell a certain item to someone only to find out that it is out of stock. So check out the out of stock report and check it out often, you know, before every party. Definitely. I check it probably every couple days. All right, so let's get back to the first 90 days menu and the document before your kit arrives. Okay, so you definitely want to set some goals. And here's the thing about goals, and we're going to talk a lot more about that in our December team meeting. Whatever you say your goals are, like, those are your goals, and they don't have to be what you think we want them to be. So I just want to be really clear there. What your goals are, those are your goals. Your goals aren't my goals. My goals are probably not your goals. So, but you know, it's really important to have goals, because if you have no goals, then you don't really know what you're working towards. So maybe it is something monetary. There's a certain dollar amount that you need to save or need to make to pay for something or take your family on a trip. Maybe, I'm trying to think what else. Maybe you just want to meet some new friends. Like, you know, we all join this business for different reasons. So just figure out kind of what that reason is, and then build your goals around that. All right. You are going to want to create what they call a frank list. And that stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and then your kids, friends, parents. I always struggle with that one because I don't have any children. So mine is just a friend list. My pets do not have any friends. They're each other's friends. But that's super important. So start thinking of people that you know that you can share our products and our opportunity with. So make that list, and you're gonna make it and remake it and update it all the time, because you're gonna be, you know, highlighting people off because they became your customer, or they hosted a party for you, or they joined our team. So definitely keep that list kind of, it's a roll-in list. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is our Quick Start program. And I'm just going to say, it is fabulous. I don't know, you know, a lot of other direct sales companies, I don't know how their, you know, Quick Start incentive program is. Sometimes they call it Fast Start. I don't know how all those work, but ours is pretty fabulous. Okay, So what you will want to do with our Quick Start program is there are incentives that you can earn in your first 90 days based on how much you sell. The first one is the one that we really want to cheer you on and help you hit, and that is selling $500 in your first 30 days. So if you joined on November 25th, then your first 30 days ends on Christmas, December 25th. So you can't forget that deadline because that's a pretty important day. So what you're going to want to do to hit that goal, my personal recommendation is to have a launch party. In my experience, having an in-home launch party where you invite people over, let them, smell our products, see our products, and flip through the catalog is the best way to sell our product. If your circumstances prevent you from having an in-home launch party, then you can do an online launch party. But what I'll tell you is there is more weight on your shoulders to make that party a success, because online parties, there is an art and kind of a formula to them, and it's very easy for people to just ignore an online invitation or ignore those Facebook notifications. So we're going to talk a little bit more about your launch party shortly. I want to finish reviewing the Quick Start program. So like I said, first 30 days, sell $500 in product. You earn 75 pink dollars for doing that, and those 75 pink dollars are just like cash, and they allow you to buy more products. So those are super fun. I wish I had some pink dollars right now. Your second Quick Start goal is in your second 30 days. So that's day 31 to 60. If you sell $1,000 during that time period, you will earn 125 pink dollars. Next is the third Quick Start, and those are days 61 to 90. When you sell $1,000 in that time frame, you will earn 150 pink dollars. So in your first 90 days, for hitting all three Quick Starts, you have earned 350 pink dollars. That is a lot of free product, like for real. And let me tell you, these pink dollars are super fun to spend too. All right, so the next part of our Quick Start is sponsoring. And sponsoring is just adding someone to your team. So when you have a new team member in your first 90 days who hits their first Quick Start, you earn 75 pink dollars. And our sponsoring Quick Start allows you to add 3 people in your first 90 days who hit their Quick Start, and you'll get 75 pink dollars for that. So you can earn 225 pink dollars. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, like I said, pink dollars are pretty wonderful. I mean, who doesn't really like free product? I don't know anyone. So now that you know the Quick Start program, I think it's really helpful to have a 30, 60, and 90 day plan. Everyone's plan is going to be different, and that's totally okay. We are not all in the same place, and we're not all working towards the same thing. So again, it's your prerogative, it's your goal. But we definitely want to make sure that we know what your goal is so that we know how to support you. That's super important. Okay, so I think that everyone should just go hit that first Quick Start, right? Shouldn't we just all do that? I mean, let's just do it. So let's plan now for how you are going to hit your first Quick Start. You're going to want to book your launch party within your first 30 days. I encourage you to hold your first party, your launch party, in your first 2 weeks. So that means if you joined on the 25th, that you're probably going to want to have your launch party that second weekend of December. All right, so plan for that now. We have time. We can get that scheduled and get you going for that tonight. Okay. So in your first 30 days, you're going to want to go through that frank list, sorry, you are going to want to personally reach out to people to let them know about your launch party. So it's very easy to just create a Facebook event and add people and just assume they're going to see it and assume they're all going to click that they're coming, and there's really no work involved for you. But honestly, with this being your first launch party or your first party in general, people are going to want to hear from you. They don't necessarily know what Pink Zebra is. So it's super important that you do personally reach out to people. So if you invite 50 people to your launch party, you really should personally reach out to each of those people, either through a text message, through a phone call, through an email, through Facebook Messenger, however it is you communicate with them. And I can give you some examples later of the kind of messages that you could send or what you could say to them when you talk to them. So that's what you're going to do in your first 30 days. You're going to introduce people to your business. You're going to have that launch party with the goal of booking 1 to 2 parties at your launch party. That way, in your next 30 days, and in day 31 through 60, you have more parties to hold. And it's kind of like washing your hair. You lather, you rinse, and you repeat. So what you'll see in this business is you're doing a lot of the same things over and over again. So it's book a party, hold the party, book more parties, hold those parties. That's kind of a good wheel to be on. Just keep that momentum going. So in days 31 through 60, to work towards that second quick start, you will want to hold any parties that you booked during your launch party. Anyone who could not come to your launch party, you're going to want to reach out to those people either to share the products with them one-on-one, ask them to host a party, or invite them to a party that you already have. And then in days 61 through 90, you should be following up with anyone that purchased at your launch party to see if they're out of products. Customer follow-up is a huge part of our business, and I do have more training on that that will be helpful to you. But you definitely will be reaching out to people to see what they've run out of and holding any parties that you booked in your second month. So hopefully that all makes sense. All right, so the next thing we are going to talk about is the launch party. So I touched on it a little bit, and I did let you know that an in-home party is the preferred way to have your launch party, and that's just so you have an opportunity to let people see and smell the products up close and impersonal. It's not impossible to sell our product online, but whenever people can kind of, I guess, experience it in person, it's always better. So at that launch party, we will definitely do everything we can do to make you feel confident in doing that party yourself. We're not all in the same geographic location, so that makes us, having someone at your party to help you sometimes a challenge, but get with the person that sponsored you, because if they're able to, I know they'd absolutely love to come help you with your party. As much as possible, keep the refreshments simple. Sometimes that's easier said than done because it's fun to have people over and, make yummy treats, but your friends they're not coming for your food unless you're a chef. And if you are, then please let me know, because I'll pay you to come make dinner for me. But they're coming to check out your business, to check out your products. They're not necessarily coming for your food in most cases. I recommend just keeping the party really laid back, really simple, and really fun. It's okay that you're going to be nervous, and it's okay that you don't have all the answers. Like I said before, we'll do everything we can to make sure that you feel confident. There's some training videos that I can share that will be really helpful for you. But the biggest thing is just having fun. But the next thing that I want to share with you is some tools that I think will be helpful for you. One of them are these little sample baggies. I get 100 of these for $1 at Walmart. You can get them in, it's like the craft section. They are, I think they're meant for jewelry or for beads. And these are pretty small. You can't even fit an entire scoop of sprinkles in here. So when I'm sending out samples for parties, because I do a good amount of online parties, I put my samples in these little bags because they don't need a whole scoop or a ton of sprinkles. They really just need enough to sniff. So yeah, so these will be your best friend. The next thing I recommend having are thank you cards. And you can get these at the dollar store. They have this exact kind at the dollar store. And I think they come in a pack of 8 or 10 for $1. So they're very reasonable. I definitely recommend sending thank you cards or putting thank you cards in with your customers' orders, because that is an added touch that people just don't get when they shop, you know, at the mall or Target. I don't know. Target doesn't send thank you cards as far as I know. Another thing that will be good to have are bubble mailers. That's if you're sending a lot of samples. Typically, if I'm doing one, I will just send it in the thank you card. If I'm doing more than that, then I like to have little bubble mailers, just so that the samples do not get squished. And then another thing that I recommend having, if it makes sense for you, is some type of card reader. So you can go through Square or PayPal. I think there's also one called Pay Anywhere. And what that allows you to do is, no matter where you are, you can process a credit card, debit card, as long as it has the Visa logo, for your customers, and then that money is then deposited into your bank account. So you have options. If you decide that you want to place individual orders for people and use their card for the orders, you can absolutely do that. I, however, like to collect my orders and bundle them together and place one order. And this only works for my local customers, but I will either deliver the orders myself or my customers come pick them up. So that's just one way to do it. It allows me to offer them lower shipping. So I like to do that. You know, it may seem like a lot of running around. It really isn't that bad. But it allows me to give my customer a better deal, which I like. So the money they're not spending on, you know, shipping or on higher shipping means they can buy more sprinkles. That's how I look at it. Okay, so now let's talk about social media. And you guys will see me share about this pretty frequently. I follow, and many of us here follow, the Tag Team, and they are 2 former direct sellers who basically developed this really awesome 30-minute Facebook party formula, and they have built their own little direct sales, I guess, consulting business. They share ideas about how to build relationships, how to sell without being spammy or salesy. So they have just a ton of good information on their fan page. They have training that you can purchase, and I have several of the trainings that they offer, and they're all really, really simple ideas. They're almost like, why didn't I think of that? But these girls are incredibly smart. So I suggest you guys follow them too. So you can find them at the Tag Team on Facebook, and their website is tagteampartypeeps.com. All right, so back to social media. One of the things that you're going to want to do is create a Facebook fan page. That is a page that your friends and family and customers can like, and you can share information there. I typically like to share new products or make little videos of how I'm using the products. You know, I just kind of keep them updated on what's going on with Pink Zebra, what's going on in my business, if I'm offering any kind of personal deal. Sometimes I have contests over there. But you know, I would say the bulk of my posts have nothing to do with Pink Zebra, and there's a reason for that, because even though that's a fan page that those people, you know, you've invited them to like, or they've chosen to like, you know, they don't want to see every post from you be something about, hey, come buy some product, or hey, host a party, or hey, why don't you join my team? So I try to use that page as a place to entertain people. So, you know, if I see a funny thing on YouTube, like funny animal videos, then I'll share that link over to that page so that the people there can be entertained too. So a good rule as far as how much you should post about your business and how much should be just kind of fun, interactive, engaging stuff is 80-20. So really only 20% of your post should be those businessy, hey, buy stuff kind of post. And even then, please don't post, hey, buy stuff. There's a way to say, hey, buy stuff without saying, hey, buy stuff. But it's definitely okay, especially when you're new, to, you know, share information. Keep that page informative. You know, your fans are going to be learning all about our products, you know, almost as quickly as you're learning about them. So I will come up with some good examples of some things that you guys can do on that page. I'm trying to get more into video, because video is, what is going on out here? Video is a way to set yourself apart from, you know, the crowd. When people see a video in their news feed, they're more likely to watch it than look at a picture or just read, you know, text. So another thing, in addition to your fan page, you can create a VIP group on Facebook. It may not make sense to do it initially. You know, you won't necessarily start adding people right away, but go ahead and create a VIP group, and you can call it your name VIP group, or VIPs. And that will be a place that you can invite your customers to come once they've made a purchase with you. And that group for me is a place that I share like good information first. So every month we come out with a brand new scent. I will share it on my VIP group, usually a day before I share it over on my fan page. I try to give them that information first because I want them to feel, you know, special and important. And because they're in that VIP group, they are special and important. The one thing I'll tell you about Facebook groups is don't add people without asking them first. You know, everybody has different opinions on this, but I would say a good portion of people, especially direct sellers, think it's kind of rude and a little spammy. I get added to groups all the time, and in most cases I leave the group immediately because, number one, no one asked me if I wanted to even be there, and number two, I don't need to be in a bunch of groups, especially if it's a product that I'm not interested in using. So don't assume somebody wants to be in your VIP group. You know, ask them. Once you've had someone make a purchase with you, ask them, hey, I have a VIP group for all of my VIP customers. I'd love to add you there. I share information there first. We play fun games. We do blah, 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 whatever you decide your VIP group is going to do. And then in most cases, I would assume that they're going to say yes. If they don't say yes, well, that makes me sad. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, having that VIP group separate from your fan page just allows you to kind of have those customers that are shopping with you kind of in one place.